loving South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire. BBC Radio Sheffield.
Yes, you're listening to Paulette this morning, and one of the most exciting sports to feature at last year's Paralympics was the wheelchair rugby. And this weekend, the top GB players are playing at Doncaster Dome. 12 teams will be competing over the weekend, and there'll be 36 games played. Jenny Els has been at the Doncaster Dome to find out a little bit more.
Yes, also known as murder ball, this is not a game for the faint-hearted. Millions tuned in to watch this sport take centre stage at the Paralympics last summer. And here at the Doncaster Dome, you can hear that there are two games going on either side of me, and I'm joined by Kirsty Clark from Great Britain Wheelchair Rugby. Kirsty, just tell us a bit more about what is going on this weekend then.
So this weekend it's really exciting for us to be in Doncaster. We've effectively got the national champions here of wheelchair rugby. It's the culmination of the full league season that we have. We have 3 super series that run across 3 weekends, and we visit a number of towns across the country. But this is the end of that league where all the teams get to play each other in the national championships.
So tell me about, because I know I did definitely tune in over the summer. I was hooked, but are there leagues? Are there how are the teams all sorted out?
Yeah, there's a league structure that we play across the country. We've got teams representing Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and obviously England here today. They play across 2 divisions. As I said, they play 3 weekends in their regular season, and then this weekend is the culmination of all of that.
And have you noticed interest in the sport completely catapult since last summer?
Absolutely. I think anyone that says that there was no legacy or they're challenging the legacy from the Paralympics, I'd certainly beg to differ. The sport has certainly increased participation. We've seen an increase in membership by about 30% in the last 8 to 12 months, which is fantastic. We've got 2 brand new teams here this weekend. For a small sport still, that's really unheard of.
And what got you hooked?
I've always worked in sports development. Just seeing the sport for the first time, rugby player, football player by heart, real passion and desire to work in Paralympic sport in 2012. Saw it once, absolutely hooked, and I've been working in the sport for about 16 months, thoroughly enjoying it.
And there's a few famous faces around here today as well, isn't there?
Yeah, anyone that does want to come down to the Doncaster Dome, they will see the team of Paralympians that supported Team GB last year. Obviously, we've got Steve Brown, we've got Kylie Grimes, Johnny Coggin, Mandip Semi. The whole team of the guys will be playing for their domestic clubs. So there's some interesting rivalries. So I'd certainly encourage anyone to come down and watch it.
Kirsty, thank you. And talking of one of these famous faces, Mr. Steve Brown, who captained Team GB's Paralympic rugby team last year, is actually here with me. So for anyone who doesn't know, tell us about your story and how you got involved.
Okay, my story really started 8 years ago with a fall from a balcony. When I fell from the balcony, I broke my neck, and as part of my rehabilitation, I was introduced to wheelchair rugby. From there, it went from something I watched to something I started playing, then from a hobby to a lifestyle, and then to go full circle and be captain at the Paralympics London 2012 was really quite humbling. You know, it's a dream come true. I don't know about that, but certainly something that I'm very proud of and something that I've taken a lot out of.
And it's a pretty hardcore sport. You can hear people geeing themselves up. I had to pull you away from a team huddle. For anyone, the novices among us, what are the basic rules and regs then?
Okay, in simple terms, there's elements from lots of sports. It's called wheelchair rugby. There's an awful lot of rugby in the sport, but there's also elements of basketball, American football, ice hockey, and in my opinion, it takes the best of lots of games and makes one awesome game out of them. You have to bounce or pass the ball every 10 seconds, and as far as the contacts, there's not really many holds barred at all. It's a numbers game. If I can knock them out of their chair, it's less people for my team to have to try and work around. It's easy to get around somebody if they're on the floor.
Steve, Kirsty, thank you so much here at the Championships at Doncaster Dome. Thank you so much.
Jenny Els enjoying a little bit of wheelchair rugby there. And we're going to be catching up with Jenny later because she's going to be finding out more about the history of the Chinese takeaway. Oh, yes.